Hello, everyone. My name is Len Olson, and I'm here to talk to you about a topic that I think is very, very important. It's actually an organization. I'm here today to talk to you about AB resistance, which for us cool kids, we call them ABR. Now, the reason I want to talk to them today is I feel that they have something really important going on, and I feel that more people need to know about it. First of all, let me tell you a bit about AB resistance or ABR if you haven't heard about them before. One of the biggest things about them, they're nonpartisan, which means they let everybody get involved. This isn't about a particular party. This is about what's going on inside our province and with the current UCP government. So that even being said, they'll let a conservative like me even come involved. So you can tell you that they are bipartisan and nonpartisan. So let's talk about them a bit. I just want to tell you a few fun facts about ABR that you may not already know. Did you know that ABR is a registered TPA, which is a third-party advertiser? They're put in with Elections Alberta, and that means they're the real deal. They're legit. They've registered themselves, they put their money where their mouth is, and they're here to help people. Did you also know that they have thousands of people right now that are following them and encouraging them now that they are working with? They have support and they are looking to help Albertans. So I think that's very important. They're not doing it alone and they're building a group of people and they're very engaged. What they really want to do, number one, is they want to educate Albertans, they want to help Albertans, and they want to help right some of the wrongs that are obviously going on within our province. That includes everything from the lack of communication to no support and having no voice. One thing I know from ABR is they're all about people finding their voice. I can promise you that. And that is one of the reasons that I find them to be such an important part of what's going on today. One of the things that we're challenged with is we really don't have a voice at this point. And we don't really get a chance to see what's going on. We hear about little snippets here and there. It has nothing to do with the things that are actually going on in Alberta. It's surely not putting food on our tables. It's not doing anything to do with the housing crisis, the, oh God, the healthcare, a lack of doctors. I can go on and on and on. Women's health, rights of people, different people coming from areas of disadvantage. All these things are going on right in front of our eyes, but we're not seeing any results to those things. We're hearing about things that are little private projects of the people within the UCP and Daniel Smith. So right now, who is she supporting? Is she supporting Albertans? Is she supporting our needs or what we want? No, she's trying to gain promise with the US. She's trying to please Trump. She's doing things that she's going to tie it up in a nice little bow to say it's for Alberta, but it's all self-serving for her and her minions. So back to about with ABR, what they're looking for is solutions to these problems. How can we get through and educate and get people involved? That's the most important thing is we need to get up and get involved. How some of the ways that they do this, they hold rallies. They send out emails. They let people know what's going on. They're active on X, Blue Sky. I believe they have a Facebook or have a YouTube page. So there's all these things that they do. But one of the biggest things that's caught my attention is that they're all focused on recall. Now, when I say recall, out of the gate, I know there's a lot of people say, whoa, that's a lot of work. I don't know about that. And I got to be honest, in my history, in my professional life, I've often said the truth is a recall is an uphill battle, but it's a battle that can be won. And I believe right now in 2024, in our current situation, it is a perfect storm in regards to recall. And I'll tell you why. One of the reasons is, as I mentioned earlier, we have no communication from our government. We have no voice. They came out with the Alberta pension plan. They were good, did their little telephone surveys that went horrific, and they were going to hold a referendum back in May. I never got it in the mail. I must have missed it, but I never saw it. So I'm not sure if any of you did, but I'm pretty sure that never happened. So again, an opportunity where we would have had a chance to have our voice, it was cut off. So as far as a recall, what does a recall actually do? A recall is a result of you have an elected official, whether you elected them or the other party elected them. Either way, they come in and they promise to do certain things. They promise to provide certain things for you in your riding. Now, here's the question. If they've done none of that, and I'll use rural Alberta as an example, Rural Albertans were promised a real bill of goods. They were promised they're going to have a bigger voice, they're going to have more food on their table, more opportunities for business, and they were going to get more equal opportunities compared to the rest of Alberta. That is what they're promised. I'm not saying they didn't get all that already, but I'm just saying that's what they were promised. Well, I can tell you, I don't believe any of that has happened. For my rural Albertan friends, is there any more food on your table? Have you heard from any? Do they call? Do they write? Have they called you on the phone? No, I don't think they have. So again, recall is a perfect example. You were sold a bill of goods. You have 3 more years or so until you're going to get another election and a chance right now to vote and right what you feel could have been a wrong. Or what else can you do? There is a recall. You have a chance to take action now. More importantly, as I said, it's an uphill battle. There's no guaranteed success in anything in life, and that includes going for a recall. Even with it now being the best opportunity ever, I'm not here to promise you anything, but I can promise you one thing about a recall. In that recall, you will have an opportunity to share your voice by signing that piece of paper. The numbers will tell Alberta and the Alberta government that you're not happy. You want change, not in 3 years, you want it now. So a recall becomes a very important tool, and it may be the most underrated yet important tool we have in our toolbox right now. And that's what I love about ABR. ABR understands recall. They've been studying it, they've been researching it, they have a plan, and they're going to go forward. And not many people have that. There's lots of groups out there, and they're all great. I love them all. Everybody has a right to do it. But ABR has done their homework. They have it prepared, and they're ready. What they need is many more Albertans to come on board and join them. It's a lot of work, but we all know that Alberta is worth it. So on the recall, I'm here to tell you that that is something that puts ABR in a very strong light. And I think we should pay attention, and I believe that it's something we all should get involved with and put our hearts and souls behind it. Now, again, many people are listening and saying, well, that's great, Len. Why are you saying all this? Well, I wouldn't say it, and anybody that does know me, that I don't say anything that I don't believe. And I believe that they are 100% ready, and they're looking for people to join. And I want to lend my voice, my support as best I can. My political affiliations are irrelevant to ABR, as this is a common Alberta thing. This is not a political thing in my mind. What affects a UCP member to an NDP to an Alberta party to an independent to Liberal, all of us, it affects all Albertans, because at the end of the day, we're all Albertans. We all may wear a different suit, put a different sign, but we're Albertans, and none of us are benefiting today. And that's what we need to remember. So a couple of things I want you to do is I really do want you to check out ABR. They're on X, they're on Blue Sky, and again on YouTube. And I want you to check out their website. I'm going to say this 3 times because I think it's really important. Their website is abresistance.ca. And again, there's where you can go to get updates and all the things that I mentioned earlier. I think it's important. If you want to do the research, they've done it all for you. You just have to go to them, talk to them, and they'll gladly give you the information that you need. I also want you to remember that how we got into where we are. Apathy put the UCP in party and in public. Now, action is what is going to take them out. And that's important, because the only way we're going to fix this mess now is through action. So I'm really hoping that you will get engaged and you will decide that this is something that you really want to do. And again, check them out on abresistance.ca and check them out on their X, all these different things. And hey, if you do go to abresistance.ca, when you go in there, hey, tell them that Len sent you. Have a great day, and I really appreciate you stopping by.